Hello, and welcome to Reverse Flank, where I'm a bad shot, so I focus on tactics and strategies to overwhelm my opponents. In this video, I'm showing how to attack a team that is currently battling the boss and other tactics and strategies that you can use that are viable to help take out a team that is at a boss lair. First thing I do is check my map. There is 3 spawn points to the north, so I am going to play this pretty cautiously at the beginning until I know if there is actually squads to the north or not. Crows to the north. Now I'm going to play it nice and slow going into this compound, knowing that there is an enemy squad here, and decide what I'm going to do based on what they are doing. Watching your opponent, if you can, is a very viable strategy, especially to figure out what type of players they are. Unfortunately, there is no good way to push into this compound that's not extremely open, and I don't feel safe doing so. So I decide to push south and get the clue. After getting the first clue and seeing how the map is divided, I decide to push east and get the next one. I was pushed south a little more than I wanted to, but that's not an issue. I ended up getting the butcher clue. This is an advantage, just knowing what areas the butcher is not in, because I can use that to my advantage if I need to escape, resupply, things like that. Odds are there's going to be no squads in those areas. Also, it gives you the advantage of knowing what areas squads would probably push from. Right now, I'm assuming that the butcher and the spider are both badly wounded or almost dead entirely, due to the fact that I've been hearing shots go off to the north and the south, and they're not sporadic or fast-paced one after the other. They're very singled out. If you hear a shot, a gap, another shot, a gap, and not like two shots next to each other from different guns, which you can tell easily, then it's probably not a firefight. They're either shooting zombies, taking out the boss, something like that. And I haven't been hearing very many shots, so I'm assuming that they are both taking out the bosses and they're both going to be dead soon, so I try to hurry up and get this last clue for the extra points. Shots really picked up from the south, and they're not sporadic like people fighting, so I'm assuming that they're taking out the boss. The best time for a solo player to take out enemy squads is while they're trying to kill the boss. So I try to pick up the pace and get there and see if I can take one out before they kill the boss. First mistake of the enemy squad. It is red. They should be checking very, very routinely, especially because I can tell there's two by the amount of gunshots. Yet, it doesn't appear that they know I am here. Making noise is a very viable option if you are trying to move or change positions without enemies hearing you, especially at a fast pace. So shooting the barrel was a good option. I hear somebody walking on wood right in front of me, but as I go around the corner, there is nobody there. So I'm assuming he's inside the boss lair running around on wood. Unfortunately, there is no way into the boss lair right where I'm at besides the crank door, which I really am not going to do due to the fact that if I even touch that handle, they're going to know exactly where I am. I really don't want them to kill the butcher. If they kill the butcher, they switch from going to attacking the boss to pure defense, looking out for people, setting up traps, things like that, which is a very, very major negative thing, especially when solo, because they are looking for you. They normally go silent while the boss is being banished. That is the key thing with playing solo, is being silent, and then by them being silent, we don't know where they are. We are at a major disadvantage. There is one person dead down there already, so we know this squad is at least capable of taking out somebody else. Sure, they might have gotten the jump on them, but we don't know that. So Now I'm on even more high alert because we could be going against players that are actually really good.
Oh my god, he's right there.
Honestly, really surprised that none of those hit him. I'm assuming that they know where I am now, so I'm on very high alert that I could get pushed or try to get shot at. With there only being one left and his ally surrounded in a poison bath, I'm assuming there is no way that this guy is going to be able to get him up due to the fact that the poison will kill him if he reses him instantly. Besides the point that if he walks into the poison, he's going to take extreme damage unless they have an anti-poison shot already used on the guy who's downed, and then the ally has to use it also. Poison bomb lasts for 5 minutes. It is a very, very viable way to section off an area or cover up a body, cover an entrance, anything that you want to section off. Unlike concertina wire, concertina bombs, poison can't be destroyed or got rid of. Of course, there is a very easy counter, and that is the anti-poison shot, but almost nobody ever carries it or runs it, giving solo players that major advantage or edge that you need for something like this. Let's talk about the use of poison bombs real quick. If you are running solo, poison bombs are very, very viable. I know a lot of people don't run them, but they are, in my opinion, the number one best way to take out a boss, other than the spider. Spider is resistant to is immune to poison, 100%, but they are very viable. If a boss walks through it or is standing in the cloud, they are just going to rack up damage over and over and over again. Another favorite tactic of mine is when the enemy goes in to fight the boss. If you know their entrance way that they are using to go in and out to fight the boss, simply throw the poison bomb in that entrance after they hit the boss and the boss starts raging. They either need now they're either stuck inside a lair with a raging boss or they have to go to a different exit. Normally, they don't realize that there's poison there if they're burning from the butcher or bleeding from the assassin, even poison from the spider. Scrap beaks on them, throwing them concertina wire at them, making them bleed. They're not going to be paying attention. They're just going to try to run real fast and get out the door, and they're literally going to walk into the biggest cloud of poison ever. Now they're poisoned and bleeding or fire or whatever. And now even if they try to stop the bleeding or fire, if they don't have the poison resistant shot going, that poison is just going to keep ticking down their health so fast. It's insane. So they have either two choices: either push out past there, which hopefully you got an area to get a shot on. You do not need to see their area directly. You just need to block that entrance off. And then you should be able to get a nice, clean, clear shot on them, take them out. They never even got a shot at you. Or they can run back into the boss layer. If they choose to do this, if the boss is raging, like if you plan this right and do it right, they have to face a raging boss. And so they can't damage it fast enough to kill it, hopefully. And it will hopefully just flat out kill them.
Where are you,
I set up that trap right after I killed the boss. I totally didn't know if it was going to work or not, But this is the perfect type of situation. I love ambushes. I am not a good shot. I prefer using strategies and tactics over everything else. And this is the perfect example of that. Setting up a concertina wire trap, going down slowly, moving over. He had no clue where I was, and then instantly when he hit the wire, he was at such a major disadvantage that I was able to run up and shoot him. Let's talk about a few other tips that I have from this game. Number one, I didn't grab his bounty that he picked up. I grabbed the bounty that was still on the ground. If there is another squad still on the map or a solo player still on the map, they will see two bounties that have been both been picked up. They will not realize that it's been by two different squads, giving you the advantage of them thinking that there is a full squad that has the bounty, especially that they were both picked up like that, one after another. Overall, this was a amazing game. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I had a lot of fun implementing tactics and getting the kills on both of them. And I hope that seeing this video will help give you some ideas and different tactics that you can use while playing by yourself to get the advantage on the enemy. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and like always, stay stealthy.